Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to our Thursday live stream, which is never ever done. I mean, which has never ever been done at 5 p.m. Reason is very simple. One of my team members told me that how about today's Thursday live stream? Because today I think we have our match India versus England semi-final, and then I thought that even I would want to enjoy the match rather than doing the Thursday live stream at night. So I thought whatever were the key points, mainly today's live stream anyways was going to be major reasons as to why we saw a big jump of almost 300 points 300 points jump in like less than an hour's time. So what happened? Why did the market go up? So it's a very small content. I did not take many aspects. Anyways, we had done a live stream yesterday only, wherein we had talked about reasons why the market fell. Today we are going to talk about why the reasons why the market went up. But if you have seen yesterday's live stream, I'm sure you will understand the importance of levels. Yesterday I had told you a level, the previous swing low. If you have watched yesterday's live stream, I hope you will remember 24,300 very nicely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly share my screen and I'm going to tell you why market actually really went up today. And again, of course, I'm going to talk about key levels also. Let me just share my screen right away and okay, share screen. All right. Okay, so that's the level for you. If you remember, this is what we had discussed yesterday. The head and shoulder pattern. This breakout. One second. Okay, the head and shoulder pattern that we had discussed yesterday, and I told you that this is such a crucial level. And yesterday the market had taken support here, and it really honored it. Today the markets were up, and how? If you see here, almost today we saw a rally of 300 points. So a good rally. Many people are asking what could be the price up to which we may see a dip. So initially, this would be very clearly the trend line breakdown. So if I would even put it here at a trend line breakdown, this level comes to what? 24,286. And anyways, this level comes to 24,353. So that was the reason why I told you 24,300 is a crucial level and very well honored. Everyone, please note down these key levels. Okay. After this 24,300, which could be one more important level, would be the top of the head till the neckline, roughly here. And if I were to put it from the neckline breakdown, roughly like here, it will come to 23,693, 23,700 roughly. And anyways, 23,700 is a number, but we already have a very strong support at 23,800. And if you remember, yesterday I had also shown how 23,800 is important. We have an inverted head and shoulder pattern right here, 1, 2, and 3. This was event day, that is why I'm ignoring that. So this was an inverted head and shoulder, and this level comes to 23,800. So anyways, we have multiple support levels. I'm repeating for those who did not watch yesterday's live stream, please note down these key levels. 24,300 is a very important support level, has been honored till now. 24,000 of course is a psychological support, and then 23,700, 23,800, these are obvious levels. Now with today's up move, many people again may get confused that is it all over? Is this now going to start a fresh ray of hope for a big bull rally? Will we now start going towards our initial highs? I doubt this a little bit. Why did the rally take place is what I will of course start with, and then I'll tell you my initial target for Nifty also. Okay. Now if you see here, Sky News Arabia is one channel which reported Iranian deputy foreign minister saying that Iran is ready to abandon its nuclear program if US presents a satisfactory alternative offer. Okay, so let's quickly decode this. Iranian deputy foreign minister apparently said that Iran is ready to abandon its nuclear program. Is this extremely important? Very important, yes, because apparently, so called, US has started this entire thing because they want to ensure that Iran doesn't become a nuclear nation. Okay. If you remember last year, somewhere around June 2025, they had destroyed their nuclear capacities. Reports were that they are going to rebuild that. And that is the reason why the second line of attack started, right? And now, if such a statement comes from the Iranian deputy minister that Iran is ready to abandon its nuclear program, that could definitely bring in a lot of ray of hope. And once this was like extremely there, many news channels were also reporting, people started to believe this, and maybe this could be one of the reasons why there was such a massive quick rally, basically. Not a massive rally, but a very sharp, very fast rally. 45 minutes may this rally actually happened. But then, in the same news that I was showing you right now, which says that Sky Arabia reported this. But if you look at the last line, this is important. However, according to the state-run IRNA, which is the Iranian news agency now, this statement by foreign deputy minister is related to earlier talks with US on their nuclear deal. This is not a fresh one. So, and unfortunately, this has come up after the market. Okay, so during the market, everyone thought that kya baat hai. Now, if this be so, if there are some talks, if US agrees, things might, I mean, the air might get cleared, and we may see some green shoots again in Nifty. That was the reason why we saw a sharp run up today. But again, I really doubt whether this rally will sustain a lot or not. But what could be an initial target? I'll tell you something really, really important. According to technical analysis, I'll tell you what happens. See, right now, this is the typical head and shoulder pattern that we are seeing, right? Ideally, Nifty, what it should do, according to my basic understanding, it should ideally touch this neckline again, which is 25,200. Okay, see, typically what happens, I'll tell you. See, this is, I'm just going to erase a few lines so that it becomes much more cleaner. Okay, now if you see, this is where a downward or a downtrend seems to have started. High, low, a lower high, a lower low. Okay, ideally it should go back somewhere. It can't just keep on going like this. It will bounce till somewhere. Now what could it be till that somewhere? Now for that, simple one theory could be the head and shoulder neckline theory, correct? And that neckline absolutely will resemble with this gap theory also, wherein the gap fill is around 25,000. So even if I take closing price, roughly around 25,200. Okay, ideally this could be like a lower high which may get formed, and I personally believe that after this we may start a fresh leg of the lower rally. So what am I essentially saying? I'll draw visually for you. This was the high, this was the low, this was the lower high, this was the lower low, and I believe that there could be a pullback, which the pullback we can see that just has started. We may see a pullback till 25 200ish levels, and post which maybe we may start a fresh downward rally. Now, how the war pans out and all these things will determine whether this will be like a double bottom and it may shoot back, or it may go down further. No one knows after that. But I believe that this rally, it will not be like an extremely sustained rally per se, and this rally may lead up to somewhere around 25,000, 25,200. Unfortunately, many retailers get trapped in such situations, and they just keep on pumping a lot of money in the belief that maybe the worst is over and we may move to 26,300 levels. So be a bit careful. This is not a market where we should be investing in a big chunk. If you have again seen my yesterday's live stream, I have already told you that a very small chunk, extremely small chunk, I did invest yesterday in Nifty Bees, which was around 24,300 levels, the lower level, but again pretty small. That is the way I think we should be approaching this market right now. Don't be in very, I mean, don't get extremely excited, and don't go into ultimate fear also. All the previous wars, see, now Russia Ukraine, no one even talks about that from a market perspective, from a stock market perspective, right? So all these things may turn back to normalcy, but as of now, stay a bit cautious. Don't open up big positions either on a buy or on a sell side. Okay, what led today's rally were the heavyweight champions. It was Reliance Industries, it was L&T, it was Adani Port, it was Coal India. All these were like one of the top gainers in Nifty today. Also, something very important that one must understand is about the RBI intervention. I don't think it happened in the second half. I think it happened in the first half today, where RBI sold dollars. They wanted to stabilize the rupee, because ultimately rupee hitting lower lows is also not that a great sign. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly share my screen again and show you how the USD INR has kind of stabilized today. So USD INR, you can just check this quickly. And if you see here, we can see that yes, from yesterday's high point, yesterday's high was around 92.3, which is crazy. It was an all-time high yesterday, and that's where you can see that today by almost 0.5%, rupee has strengthened, dollar has corrected. Reason, as I mentioned, it was uh, because of RBI selling dollars, so that obviously rupee gains strength. Okay, and last point, see again, can this also contribute to a positive rally in Nifty? Obviously, yes. A rupee strengthening will be seen as a point of positivity, and that is what we saw. So till now, we have talked about two, three important points. Number one, we said that primarily it was because of the news that floated that Iranian foreign minister said that if US gives us some favorable deal, we may halt our or close our nuclear program, which after market hours was clarified that this is a very old, I mean, this was an older news. So gone. Okay. Second, I also told you which were the key stocks which were in Nifty, which led this rally. Just to quote a few, it was Reliance Industries, it was L&T, it was I think Ports, Coal India. All these stocks primarily led the rally today. Very important. I also told you that yes, rupee did strengthen today, almost 0.5%. Why? Because RBI intervened and RBI sold dollars, and whenever rupee strengthens, that will be considered as a good point for Nifty. One final point before I close off. One final point is about oil prices. So again, let me share my screen, because oil is something which does impact not only our stock market but also our overall trade deficit. We majorly import oil. Almost 85 to 90% of our crude oil requirements are met through oil imports. Now, if you see what has happened, I mean, again, if you have seen my yesterday's live stream, I had told about these levels yesterday itself. That so let me just take you to the weekly chart. It will be easily visible. Okay. Um, so if you see here, the downward sloping trend line, one of my favorites, and this is where we saw a big gap up. And in that case, I had told you that this could be like the first target, which would be around 80 plus. This could be the second target around 90. And I mean, of course, all time high though is way above. I think it was around 120. Yes, this was the next one that we were talking about. But let's not even talk about this. Somewhere around 80 is possible. 80, 90 was definitely possible. Can we inch towards 90? Currently, looking at the last three candles, I just feel that the momentum may slow down a little bit. This is again basics of technical analysis. When we see a lot of long wicks on the upper side, it means that yes, there is a selling pressure from the top. And even today, if you see, it is up by less than 1%. Yesterday, it was up again by less than 1%. So 2 days back to back, it is up less than 1%. Of course, as I speak, it's going up. But here also, if you see, last uske piche 2 3 days, it had a massive rally. So if you see here, 3.5% up. This was 6.6% up. This was like 4.9% up. And last 2 days, this is less than 1%. And even today, it's less than 1%. So as and how things start easing, automatically market gives this as a thumbs up, and that is exactly what we saw today as well. So will be interesting to see how market reacts to these situations. Overall, let me just repeat one more time that don't get extremely excited to whatever is happening right now. Even if you plan to invest, please invest in bits and pieces. Don't be in an absolute hurry to invest in big quantities. So these were the main points about the overall rally in the market today. And just before I close off, because this is not going to be a long live stream, our normal for 30-45 minutes live stream, it's not going to be like that. Just a final reminder, this Sunday we are going to have technical analysis using AI webinar. Last 100 seats remaining now. Just for you to get a quick idea about how how AI can be used, right? So this is, of course, I'm not showing you latest This is, so this, if I were to talk about this, like 13th October, 16th October 25. I'll tell you the best part. See, I just now told you that I love these downward sloping trend line breakouts. They work beautifully. So you can see here, hypothetically, if someone would have entered here, you can see the run up. Even after this downward sloping trend line, if someone would have entered, whatever. Now, the beauty here is that I have not manually drawn this trend line. You can see this is an indicator which is there with me. Otherwise, I generally draw, whenever I do live streams, I draw trend lines manually. But if you see here, these are trend lines that I have. And how did I get that? For that, there's a Pine script that I have deployed here. Does it mean I know coding? Absolutely not. I don't know anything how to code. I'm not from an engineering background, obviously. I've learned this using AI. Okay, so it's just about, you should know what set of questions to be asked. Your logic should be clear. I always say this, you should have OI to use AI. You should have original intelligence to use artificial intelligence. So I just try to utilize, so I try to define how do I draw a downward sloping trend line, and based on that, I've done this. So anyone who is wanting to learn how to do this using AI, I'm going to teach you in this webinar, which is going to happen this Sunday. You can see here, just visit our website, rachanaranade.com. You'll get this as a pop-up. You just click to register. And all these things that you're going to learn in this webinar, I've very clearly mentioned what all things. Out of that, trend line breakouts is what I told you right now. Also, if you want to generate buy sell signals using AI, is that also doable? That is doable. So again, this is nowhere a buy sell recommendation. But if you say, let's say RSI goes above 60, then ideally it should flag off as a buy. I will take a decision whether I want to buy or not. Can AI do that? So just to give you quick examples, we can actually have something like buy sell. We can test it whether it worked or not. So for example, if whatever strategy I've put in here, if anyone were to, I mean, if I were to test the efficacy of that, out of 12 trades, 9 were profitable. Then what was the maximum drawdown? What was the total P&L? Whatever. So you can do all of this only with the help of AI. I mean, I know this is crazy, right? It's also a learning for me. Even I'm learning. I always say this, that whenever you learn, you have to pass on that knowledge. That's whenever I pass on the knowledge, I feel that, wow, this is, I mean, it's because I do find a lot of time to do R&D. For you, I think it should be easier to access this knowledge. So anyone who wants to upskill, anyone who wants to learn all these things, this Sunday, Women's Day special, 11 a.m., we are going to have this webinar. And anyone who wants to enroll, you can use this coupon code webinar to get extra discounts. So that's the code for you, right? As I mentioned, last 100 seats remaining. Anyone who wants to enroll, do it today. I'm not sure whether by tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. I think it should, because I have a limited capacity of 500 students in the Zoom meeting. So just ensure that if you are intending to attend, do the admission as early as possible. One disclaimer, very important, is that if you don't understand anything about technical analysis, if you don't know what are candlesticks, if you don't know what is RSI, if you don't know what is a breakout, this one is not for you. At least you should know these basic terminologies. Then only you will understand the entire webinar. Okay. That is it. I think everyone has understood today's at least reasons. Everyone keep these levels in your mind. 24,300 on the lower side, 23,700, 800 as the secondary support. On a resistance side, 25,200, that's where the gap theory works. That's where the head and shoulders pattern neckline comes up. Market may reach there to give a lower high. Overall, markets are trending downwards, so be careful whenever you're trading. Okay. So these were some insights I just wanted to share. Till now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, I just I just forget saying these things. So please subscribe to our channel, just in case we have still not subscribed. Also, I'm not sure how many likes till now. There are more than 900 people who are watching this live stream. I know at an odd time. So thank you for joining in anyways. But more than 900 people watching. I'm sure the likes will not be even 100 or 150. That's the standard thing for our channel. So just ensure that you are smashing that like button. And I can also see a lot of members joining in. I can see MMP Kids joining, Sindhu, Rahul, Ankit. Thank you for joining our memberships. Also today, our stock of the month will be released. So it's going to be again great learning, new learning. So just ensure that your pro investor membership is live. Just in case it has expired, ensure that you renew today. Only the stock of the month is going to be released. Okay, I think that is it from my side. I'll see you in the next Thursday live stream. Hope India wins today. Cheering for India, cheering out loud. Why only today's match? Also the final. Let's see. We'll celebrate it bigger next Thursday. I'll see you in the next one. Anyone who is joining for the technical analysis webinar, see you on this Sunday at 11 a.m. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.